What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Going for Two. I am Kejuannh Humphreys, and as you can see, today we talking about them dogs, man. Everybody in the country knows what week it is. It is Georgia, Alabama week. Georgia, number 5 Georgia will take on whatever Alabama is ranked. 7:30 on Saturday night at Sanford Stadium in between the hedges. And this is, of course, one of the most highly anticipated games of the regular season. So, today I want to hop on this video, hop in front of this camera, and talk to y'all about what I believe the Bulldogs need to do in order to come away with the win. Now, before I do that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are at 219 subs. The road to 1,000 is still rolling. We want to hit 1,000. We're going to get there sooner rather than later. But it cannot be done without you guys' help. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share with y'all folks, share with the fellow Georgia fans, share with the Bama fans, share with the Texas fans, because you know the Texas fans going to be watching this game very, very closely. But before I talk about what we got to do this year, I want to go to the history. Kirby Smart has a 1-5 record against Alabama, the only win coming in the 2021 national championship. He has a loss. We lost to them last year. We lost him the year before that in the SEC championship. You know, it's gotten to the point where kind of the only team that's really beating Georgia is Alabama. And that is a tough pill to swallow as a Georgia fan. Because as a Georgia fan, we won back-to-back championships. I was one that was on my soapbox saying, this is our time. We're the next Bama. Bump Bama. We're the next Bama. The next dynasty is going to be in Athens. And, you know, to an extent, it has not been like that. Of course, we've been really, really good for the past several years. But the national championships, the national championship berths have not been there since we won in 2022. But the thing about Kirby Smart is I think Kirby Smart loves when he is counted out. He loves when he's an underdog. You look at last season against Texas, they counted him out, and we came out and we beat them in Austin. You look at this year. This year, I want to say we are the favorites to win this game, but it's not by a good margin. So, to an extent, people believe that, okay, Georgia's supposed to be the better team, but we really can't trust Georgia against Alabama. And I think Kirby Smart he loves that. He loves that. Kirby Smart is a guy that's looking for motivation. He's a guy that's looking for doubt. He's a guy that's looking to just add another chip on his shoulder. And he coaches his guys to be the exact same way. So, I'm really, really excited to see the Dogs this Saturday. I'm coming into the game as a fan thinking the same way that I thought last year. Georgia is the better team coming in. We just got to go out and do it. We just got to go out and get the job done. Last year, went to Tuscaloosa. I actually was in Tuscaloosa for that game. I hung out with the Bama fans. And as you can tell, as you would imagine, the first half of the game was very tough to sit there and be with them Bama fans. But I did it. We ended up leaving because the game got so bad, and we ended up coming back. But I was not there for the comeback and for the craziness at the end of that game. But I believe that Georgia, this is a game that Georgia should win. This is Georgia's game to lose. That's what I would say. Alabama, they've looked great over the last 2 weeks, but when they played against a real quality opponent in Florida State, they got stomped. They got stomped on the road. The thing about Caleb DeBoer is a guy that he can't win on the road. These 3 losses last year were road games. He's great at home. On the road, he's not the best. And Georgia actually is on a 33-game win streak at home as well. So I love the fact that we're in Athens. It makes me I feel a lot better about this game than I felt about the Tennessee game going into the Tennessee game last week. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, home field advantage in the SEC matters a lot. And I think it's going to play a big part in today's game as well. So let's get into the three things that the Dogs have to do. I know I talked for about 5 minutes already. Let's get into the 3 things that the Dogs have to do to win this game. Number 1, you've got to ground and pound and dominate the run game. We saw week 3. Week 3 against Tennessee, Georgia ran for nearly 200 yards, averaged around maybe 3.5 to 4 yards a carry. They really dominated the run game in the second half, especially that first drive, third quarter. They just got grounding and pounding on Tennessee's front 7. Alabama, this is a team that we saw get bullied in week 1 against Florida State, gave up 230 yards against Florida State. That's a weakness for them. Georgia has to attack that weakness. Run the ball, dominate the run game, And that domination of the trenches will allow you to go over the top with Gunnar Stockton. I'm going to get into Gunnar Stockton later in this video. But, you know, we know Georgia. Georgia this year, they've done a lot better running the ball. A lot better running the ball. Now, granted, 2 of our games were against not good competition, but to be able to run for 200 yards against Tennessee makes me feel a lot good. Makes me feel very good about this run game. I want to see Georgia. I want to see Georgia find a guy. Nate Frazier is the guy. I want to see Georgia really lean on Nate Frazier as the feature back. Of course, include Phillips, include McCray and all those other guys. But let Frazier be your lead back. That's why he's here. That's why he has, you know, the position that he has, so he can be your lead back. Let him be that guy. Number 2, we got to get pressure on the quarterback. We got to get pressure on Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson, week 1, threw about 40 times, had a 55-point-something QBR because they were able to get pressure on him. They made him run around the field. They made him throw the ball off balance, throw the ball across the field. They made things very difficult for him against Florida State. Georgia has got to do the same thing. Because last game against Tennessee, when Aguilar had a clean pocket, he was lighting us up. And Ty Simpson has proven over the last couple of weeks he has one of the best deep balls in the country. He's one of the most accurate players, one of the most accurate quarterbacks throwing the ball down the field in the nation. And how do you stop that accuracy? How do you make things look different to him? You got to get pressure on him. Georgia did not get a bunch of pressure on Aguilar. They got to do the same. They got to do a better job at that against Alabama, or else there's going to be trouble because we know about Ryan Williams. We know about, what's his name? Germany Bernard. I think that's his name. I'm sorry if I messed his name up. Germany Bernard. We know about him. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to let them guys just run around with your DBs for 4 or 5 seconds. You got to make them get that ball out fast. And last year as well, I think that was an issue last year, but did not get a bunch of pressure on Jalen Murrow. He was chilling down there. When he was throwing the ball, he was chilling. When he running the ball, he was chilling too. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get pressure. I don't know how we're going to do it. The O-line, the D-line, and the front 7 haven't really got a bunch of sacks this season. But this is the game for that to change. You know, and I think we're going to get better as the year goes on. But to win this game, we got to get pressure on that quarterback. Number 3, the third thing that I think we got to do to win the game, let Gunnar be Gunnar. Against Tennessee, there were question marks coming in. They said Gunnar doesn't know the deep ball. He can't know the deep ball. He doesn't even look down the field. He only does check downs and slants. He only does bubble screens. But the first play on offense against Tennessee was a deep ball. And the biggest play on offense against Tennessee was a deep ball to Landon Humphries. Yeah, it was a deep ball to him. So I would say let Gunnar be Gunnar. I believe in him as a quarterback. I believe in him as our guy, as the field general for this team. Let him do him. Get your guys out in space. Find ways to get Zachariah Branch the ball. Find ways to get London Humphries the ball. Kobe Young the ball. You know what I'm saying? You have all these weapons on the outside. Let your quarterback do what he does best. This man is a gunslinger. You know, my high school actually played his high school in high school. We actually played him in high school. I didn't play. But my high school actually played him in high school, and he was slinging that ball down the field. Accurate. That's exactly what Gunnar Stockton is. His name is Gunnar for a reason. Let him gun the ball down the field. And we're going to see how good this Alabama defense really is. But that's all I got for today, man. If y'all have any other keys to the game, put in the comment section. We can talk about it. But until next time, I'm going for 2. We out of here. Go Dogs. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah.